General thoughts, it's it's always disappointing to lose. Uh, it was like the first game. I mean, the first half. We felt like we could play with them for the whole game, and then they had a couple big players that just stepped up and did what they were supposed to do the second half. Sherfield, we did a great job on him in the first half, and then it was almost like that first three he made just kind of opened the floodgates, and then he ended up with, I think, 5 for 6 in the second half, or for the game at least for sure. And that was really kind of the difference, that 15-point separation. I mean, we're scrambling at the end of the game rather than being able to come down and just try to execute. We did show some promise with our pressure, full court pressure, turn him over a few times. I thought we forced him into a timeout. I think we got him down to 8 points, and we did some good things in the second half, but just not enough to win a game like this on the road. You're going to have to be up 6, 8 points going into the last minute or two. You know, you're not going to get the calls that you would normally get maybe at the house. These are big-time officials. They know what they're doing. They're not going to cheat. But at the end of the day, you've got to have a lead to give yourself a little bit of a cushion to finish strong. So we weren't in that position tonight. Glad to get these 4 Power Fives out of the way. Unfortunately, we weren't able to steal any of those. So, but good lessons, great opportunities for the guys to grow, and all the other coach talk that goes with that. But generally, I'm not discouraged at all. I feel like we took some strides at different points of the game. We just got to put 40 minutes together.
We'll talk about the energy that Baba's brought to the game in the last probably 3 games at least.
Yeah, he's a better offensive player than he showed, but he's got to tighten up that side of the ball in order for us to, get full confidence with him playing at a high level. Right now, he's already playing at a high level defensively. I think he's proven that in the style of play that we've kind of adjusted to a little bit. So it was good to see that and good to get his confidence going because he hadn't played a lot, just with the way things have shaken out. You got a lot of different guys you need to get different looks throughout the year, throughout the non-conference. And we've settled in now where we have a lot of film on different guys. There's still a couple guys that I feel I want to get some more minutes if I can on next game against Wisconsin Green Bay. So that way we can put ourselves in a position to have a full slate of film to evaluate as we go forward. But we've settled in on a few spots, obviously, but we just need to tighten up a couple more.
Now, when you come in shorthanded like this, how much does your game plan change for a Power 5 team, or do you just run with what you got?
We planned on playing a lot of zone tonight, and the man-to-man was really good for us in the first half. And so we didn't play as much as we thought we were going to play. We practiced. We only had really one good day of prep after the day off. So it was good to see him take a step forward in being able to adhere to the plan. But we had to change the plan. So the preparation, a little more preparation, I think we would have been a little bit more favorable in our play in the second half. But I think when you go against a team like this, you got to have all hands on deck. You might not have to be 100% healthy, but you got to have everybody here so you can look down the bench. Jeff's still struggling to get his wind. There's a couple other guys that are still kind of wheezing and coughing, trying to get through this flu shot or this flu bug. But for the most part, we were healthy enough to come in and compete, and that was encouraging.
And then all the young players. What do you think their level of working through the shock of the intensity is right now? How is it developing?
I think they tasted what it feels like to play high-level defense, and they're starting to make incremental steps of understanding how hard you have to play at this level. And that's where there's a lot of value into playing these kind of games because you're not going to win conference, especially the Summit where they are so offensively efficient. If you can't defend. And like they always say, defense travels, and so half your games in conference are going to be on the road, so you got to be able to get stops and do the things necessary to win a game in crunch time. And that's one of the lessons that come here, Crunch time for this game was the beginning of the second half. crunch time can come at any time in a game. It's not always the last 3 or 4 minutes of a game. And our crunch time was to start the half. I mean, statistically, analytics will tell you that the teams that start the game and start the second half are usually in a favorable position. And so we fell short on that one. But good stuff, and let's keep growing the Roos, man.
My final question is, I've been kind of looking at, there's like three more sections of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's this one more game against Green Bay.
Yep.
Then there's the part of the conference season that we don't have AK.
Right.
And then there's the last part of the conference season where we, hopefully have our whole team. So what do you look to get from each of those?
Well, actually, John, I kind of break it down to 3 seasons into the non-conference, the conference, and the conference tournament. Because whoever you have during conference is who you have. We can't sit around and wait for AK's return. He's very much a part of the team, very much an inspirational individual, even not playing, very much connected as a team captain. So we're getting value, even though he's not on the floor with us. So it's more about approaching the conference in totality with who we lace them up with. And then being prepared to go into a 3-game tournament and winning each game and still have some postseason play.